So about a year and a half ago, it was June of 2020, I purchased some Yamaha Stage Custom drums and I posted a video on YouTube. It was like an unboxing of my drums. And I originally ordered 3 drums. I ordered the 24-inch by 15 kick drum. I ordered the 16 by 15 floor tom, and I ordered a 13 by 9. That 13 by 9 did not come in, and instead I got a 12 by 8, which I asked for instead of the 13 by 9 since it was going to be delayed. That video, thank you to anybody who watched, received some good reviews, and I appreciate all the great reviews. I'm grateful for that. Anybody that took the time to listen. There were some people who said, hey, what about when you put better heads on it? So I now have different heads on them. I've replaced the stock heads. I did that a long time ago. And I now have Remo. They are color tone Emperor. They're the red. They're on all of the tom-toms, the 24-inch kick. And I definitely, obviously I picked up more tom-toms. So about a few weeks later, the 13 by 9 came in. So that I then had a 12, 13, 16, 24. And as time went on, I think within a month, I said to myself, got to get the 14-inch floor tom because I wanted to go 1 up, 2 down. So I added that. And lo and behold, I ended up not liking the pitch separation that much between the 12 and the 13. I just couldn't, you know, if I tightened one up to get like a 4th between them, it sounded boxy. If I loosened the other one, so I wasn't happy with the pitch separation. So I picked up a 10-inch. And so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tom-toms, 2 floor toms, 3 rack toms. And the band I play with, which is the Blameless Project, it's a Christian rock band, and we really rock out. So I wanted the bigger bass drum, and I really wanted a rock kit with a 13, 24, to 16. Live, I play with a 10-inch, so I don't play in this configuration. I play 24, 13 up here right in front of me. I put a 10 on my right side, kind of a la Kenny Aronoff, and I use a 16 over here as my floor tom. I got the 18-inch kick drum because the band also plays coffee houses, and sometimes we do an acoustic show. So I didn't want to bring out the big 24-inch Munster. So we got the 18-inch kick, and this gives me a lot of choices. I can go with a lot of different configurations. But I figured I would set them all up for this and put them on display with the different heads. In most cases, I did change out the resonant too. So on the 10-inch, it has the Remo color tone and the Remo clear ambassador. On the 12, it's the Remo red color tone, and I have a black ambassador because that was what I was going to do on all of them. I didn't end up doing that. The 13, I have the red color tone, and I have I believe it's still the stock head. Yeah, that has a stock head, the Yamaha UT. 14 has also Yamaha stock head on it. And I have about half a dozen cotton balls on the bottom. All the other toms have no muffling right now. And the 16 has red color tone batter and a Remo clear ambassador on the reso side. And again, about a half a dozen cotton balls. Alright, so that's what we have right now. I've been really happy with the drums. I primarily, I do some teaching, so I put the smaller kit, smaller version, in my teaching studio. And I use an 18, a 12, and a 14. And I use another small kit, and that's what I use for teaching. And again, most of my live gigs I bring out for the Blameless Project. I bring the 24-inch kick, 13, 10, and a 16. And I use various snare drums. But today I have a Yamaha steel drum, 6.5 by 14. So I have 5 tom-toms. I have a 7 by 10, and these are Yamaha Stage Customs. They're birch. And an 8 by 12 inch right here. 9 by 13, 2 floor toms, 13 by 14, and a 15 by 16. 2 bass drums. I have a 15 by 18 right here on my left, and a 15 by 24 with my right foot. And the snare drum is a Yamaha steel snare drum. It's a 10 lug, 6.5 by 14. I believe it's a model that would be similar with the Stage Custom series. It doesn't say Stage Custom on it. It just says Yamaha steel. All right, so I'm going to go through each drum one at a time, just so we can get a sound of them. 12-inch. $13. 14, floor tom. 16-inch. And I'm going to play them softer, louder, 10-inch tom. 12. 13. 14. 16. Okay, now the bass drums. Let's go with the small one first. This is the 15 by 18. I'm playing with my left foot. I do not normally play double bass, so my left foot is definitely weaker, but we're going to give it a shot here. And I'm playing heel down right now. Take these sticks off. Okay, put the sticks on the floor. 24-inch right foot. And some quicker notes. All heel up. Here's heel down. All right, best of my ability, heel beater against the head. And heel up. Okay, snare drum. The snares are off. Snares on. And we're going to hear the whole kit now, cymbals, drums, everything. I just wanted to add a few more things about what I use the drum kit for. So I play in a band called the Blameless Project, and again, it's a Christian rock band based in Waterbury, Connecticut, and we have a album coming out sometime in 2022. We're wrapping it up, finishing up production on it. I did use a Yamaha Stage Custom kit in the studio, but I did not use these drums. So what's on that album, which is going to be called Today, is a Yamaha Stage Custom. And I think the very first track that we cut, which was last September, which is actually available now, it's called Hope for Today. That song is on YouTube, again by the Blameless Project. And that I played a Pearl session kit, an older one, and it was birch shells. So everything that I've recorded with them is birch shells, whether it's the Yamaha Stage Custom or the Pearl session kit. And I've used some various snare drums of my own. So the kit in the studio was like a fusion size, actually maybe a rock size. It was 10, 12, 16-inch floor, 22-inch kick. And I use this kit live, and just to add, I've played maybe about, so I've had it for a year and a half, maybe about 8 to 10 shows with this drum kit. I've probably done about, I'm thinking maybe 15 or 16 shows. And some of the shows we do, we share the stage with other bands. And if we are not the last act, then usually I play on somebody else's drum kit. We share drum kits. So this has been played by other drummers, and I've heard it live, and the kick drum just sounds thunderous through a big PA system. So I'm not sure here what you're going to find through the recording that I made. I don't have the absolute top-notch kick drum microphone. This is a AKG, I think it's called the P2. So it's not the AKG D112. I'd love to get one of those, but I'll run through quickly the microphones, and I'm going to list them in the description. So tom-toms, I'm using EV's N44s, ND44s, floor tom EV N46. Snare drum is a Beta 57, Shure Beta 57. Overheads are Rode M5s. Kick drum is an AKG P2. And anything else I have here? I'm also using one of the EV N46 on the 18-inch because I don't have anything else right now, so that's what I'm using on the 18-inch kick. And again, I really thank you for watching. By the way, I'm in my new studio in Waterbury, so since the last video I also moved, and I have probably a lot of videos on my Facebook page regarding the move into this studio. I really dig it here. This is a great room. It's got 11-foot ceiling. It's like 20 feet by 9 feet, 10 feet wide. So it's a little thin, but it's high, and it sounds good in here. So Happy New Year to everyone, and take care. I'm Tom, and my studio is called Thrive Drumming. Happy New Year! Woo! Most zoomiest of the zoomies. Most zoomy of the zoomies. The camera's about 10 feet high.